we start with Musandu, we come to Jacob Juma, we come to Kenei, we come to River Yala, and everything else. Let these things be investigated by an open.
Fred Matiang'i has publicly talked about Yala River killings, and this is something I've seen most of my viewers have been talking about, asking questions why he's quiet and why they never talked about the Yala killings. We remember very well that the Yala River killings shocked many Kenyans early 2022, and over 30 dead bodies were discovered dumped in that river, which is located in Siaya County, if I'm not wrong. Most of the bodies were badly mutilated beyond recognition, tied with ropes and stuffed in sacks. Many of the bodies had been in the river for weeks or even months. That's why I've told you that they were beyond recognition. The human rights, the activists, and morgue attendants said these victims were not just accident victims. They were likely murdered and dumped. Those were the reports that were given out, but the government by then did not speak anything about it. Fred Matiang'i, by then he was the CS Interior, and that's why he's being accused of that act. At the time, the government was very silent, and no official explanations were given out. And that's why many Kenyans have been asking all those questions. Most families of the dead still don't know who killed their loved ones or why they ended up in Yala River. You know very well that most of the people who were found in Yala River, they were from very far, but they were found in Yala River. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Thank you for the great support, and I don't take it for granted. Kindly, after this, go back, watch my 1 or 2 videos, and you will support me and you'll be blessed. Fred Matiang'i has now spoken out publicly about the Yala killings today during the press conference with Kalonzo and Eugene and Fred Matiang'i said something powerful that has shocked the country. He said that these killings didn't just start today. Go back to Yala River. This is very important, especially at this time. Most of the people want Fred Matiang'i as the president of this country comes 2027. Matiang'i was a top government official by then. If he now admits something went wrong, it raises questions. Did he know more than he told us back when he was in government? Is he now speaking because he's no longer in government or he wants to fight for presidency 2027? Or is he trying to warn Kenyans that a system of extrajudicial killings still exists in this country? Those are the critical questions we need to ask ourselves and see what does this mean when it comes to Kenyan politics. Ladies and gentlemen, extrajudicial killings are murders done by security officers or state agents without any legal process. No arrest, no trial, just death. You are caught, you are killed. Reasons opposing the government. There have been many such cases, especially involving the police and suspected criminals in this country. But the Yala River was different. It was a different case. It looked like a mass execution operation, not random killings. So some victims were identified as people who had been arrested earlier by police but never taken to court. And this alone suggests that there is a possible link between the police and the killings. Why this matter has been brought right now? Today, Kenya is facing another wave of police brutality during the Gen Z protests, and we have witnessed that one. More than 40 protesters have been killed in the last few weeks. Police are using live bullets. They are arresting peaceful demonstrators and even using wounds in plain clothes to assist them. So, Fred Matiang'i is trying to remind us Kenyans of the Yala River killings. I can say that it's not just random. It's connecting the dots between the killings of the past and the brutality of today. Fred Matiang'i is saying this system is killing Kenyans without justice did not start right now. It's part of a bigger, older plan that is being played within the government. That's the big question you need to ask yourself. Who could be behind the killings? During Matiang'i's time, some people accused police units like the Special Service Unit of doing secret killings. And this was leaked out by the current president, that there is a special service unit that is being used by the government to kill innocent Kenyans. Some people suggested they were eliminating people who were considered as a threat to the state, the whistleblowers, critics, or even wrongfully accused criminals. Even eyewitnesses were being killed by them. So, when President Ruto came to power, he disbanded this special service unit, saying the unit was linked to killings. But now, with more killings happening in this country, Kenyans are asking, did the system really stop? And or has it just changed the hands? What's happening in this country? Fred Matiang'i may have waited too long to speak about this, but now that he has opened up, it opens the door for serious national reflection. Why are so many Kenyans killed without justice? Why are their bodies dumped in rivers, forests, or different mountains in this country? And who benefits from this system of silence and fear? Ladies and gentlemen, as Gen Z continues to rise and demand new change in this country, the truth about Yala River and all extrajudicial killings in this country must come out. Without justice for the dead, there will never be peace for the living. And Matiang'i now is out pushing even the investigations to be done about Yala River killings. I've seen so many people trying to talk about this on social media, especially when they heard Fred Matiang'i is back to the country. And now Fred Matiang'i is out. He has spoken about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this up to the end. Just in case you never subscribed, subscribe, turn the notification bell so that anytime I'm going to do my videos, you will be notified by YouTube. Goodbye.